Yeah, I think OBS had a bit of a momentary... Had a momentary...
Those players are running each other. Were you much of a run?
Oh, another good defence. Good, because I got distracted. Okay, yeah, no, sorry. I was being a little facetious when I said 8 times. I should correct myself. It probably was more like 5 or 6. But yes. I dispute the idea that you did it once, though. And then that was why I decided never to let you play me again. I mean, let's be clear. It was not a one-time thing. It wasn't some cheap one night. It wasn't some cheap one-time thing. And then I discarded you like yesterday's rubbish. You abused me repeatedly. and that is why I had to end our relationship. You wish Blood Bowl would be as big as LoL and have pros playing it? It could be. I mean, honestly, things like games like this, it really has nothing to do with I don't think it has much to do with like the spectating aspect of it. It just has more to do with the amount of people that, like, you need numbers. You need numbers of people who play it and will actively watch it. Like, the people who watch Blood Bowl as a community are great because they watch a lot of it. Like, they will quite happily watch a lot of Blood Bowl, but I think it's just numbers. Like, right, okay. I mean, I know of the Heisman Trophy. I have watched some films that have American football in, and they always mention the Heisman Trophy.
Who could imagine that a foul deformity of the body would be so effective on a blood?
But he's that guy, is he? He's just got a poor attitude towards hard work. That sounds very strange, Shibby. I mean, the 4 strokes is disappointing, but I am impressed you managed to bend over that far. Yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool if they had some pro tournaments. It would, like, again though, I also think for any game that wants, like, a lot of it comes with whoever makes the game being prepared to put up money and have, like, people who are knowledgeable enough about it to cast games.
It looks rather like an old tradition.
Oh yeah, snipe. For anyone, yeah, if you're not sure, snipe means you know, for people who are watching the stream, they can, when they see that I'm about to queue up for a game, they can queue up for a game themselves in the hope that they get matched up against me. That's what it means. It's not a bad thing. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like sniping like they're trying to get me. It's just if they decide they want to try and play against me, then they have an opportunity to try and match up the queue, like match up when they are looking for a game, to try and get me. Right, what to do?
Aha, here's some friends. They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich. Yeah! That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, yeah, like the money they've put up is great. Like, yeah, I just, yeah, this game sniping's not really so much of a thing. Like, if you don't care, like, if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me. But yeah, other why no Assassin Stab Blitz? Because I just wanted to get this guy, like, I wanted to make it so that I could 2-dice blitz both of these beastmen away from myself. That's the only reason. And I'll quite happily, never mind. I'll quite happily sacrifice that guy to a dodge. Yeah, other games it can be a lot harder on the people who get like things like say Hearthstone or card games are a big one, because if you're playing against someone in a card game and you can see what they're doing and you can see their cards, obviously it's a real big thing. If you know, certain other games like League of Legends has a little bit of a problem, like in that kind of game. Is he actually going to make a break for it? No, he can't. He can't really. That seems like a... Just because they can see where you go and where you're warding and stuff. But yeah, on the whole, like, I don't mind it in this specific instance. And yeah, the money... God, this seems really... How's he now going to get a guy... How's he going to protect this guy now without making a ton of dodges? Okay. God, he has made a bunch of rolls to make this work. Jesus. A handoff, a bunch of going for it, all kinds of stuff. Okay, with a couple of 2+ dodges, we can get a 2-dice block here. Or maybe only 1 2-dice. 1, 2, 3. Oh, stop moving my camera game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2.
Gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
Apparently, wizards call that kinetic energy.
But yeah, I really like the idea of a Blood Bowl World Cup. Like the weird part to me, honestly, maybe they have plans that we just don't know about yet. But I honestly feel like if they're gonna put all that money up for a Blood Bowl 2 World Cup, then they would make an effort to, like, at least when they get to like the 64 player stage, like these are the 64 players who are in the World Cup, they would at least make an effort to like have their own Twitch channel and stream as many of the games as they can, you know, and have some very have some of the developers or some casters who are very knowledgeable about the game do like proper commentary on it. Like, I feel like I feel like that would be a really good idea.
Don't forget to pick
Oh,
up your team.
game. Every time I need you just not to give me a 1, you've been giving me 1s all day. Oh well, never mind. You cannot compete with that, game. You cannot compete with that. You can't compete with a double 1. But yeah, no, I really would have felt like that. If they were gonna throw all that money into it, that they would at least, you know, when they get to their final 64, like treat it like a proper tournament, like cast it, be on Twitch, get some people who know the game well, have them cast the games, and put it out there for people to watch. I'm sure most of the people that watch Blood Bowl in my chat and all the other people that watch Blood Bowl will quite happily sit and watch some You know, especially when you get to like the quarterfinals, semi-final stages. You know, like last 16, and the guys who are playing are obviously very, very good at the game. I think that would be fun. You know, and I think tournaments like that lend themselves well to people getting interested in the game, because during the World Cup, there's always the outside chance that some people have really good runs with teams that you wouldn't... Like, say someone makes it pretty deep into the World Cup with Brett's. Like, everyone's going to watch those games just to see how the Brett team does. I know I would. I would quite happily watch some World Cup games if a guy makes it deep into the tournament with Bretonians. Like, that would be awesome. So, yeah, I hope they do put some... I hope with the amount of money that they've stumped up, they actually put some effort into presenting the game. Because if they just stump up the money but never put it out there as like a tournament and get people to watch it, then what's the point? You're just giving away money for nothing.
What can you do against a full-speed horned opponent?
Aim between the eyes.
I'm really disappointed about that double one. Like this guy hung himself out to dry with a double one. And now he's fouling an assassin. Why on earth would you ever foul the assassin?
Another player on the ground. The coach
And
will
now
be
he can't...
spitting teeth about this.
Now he has to make going for it to score. So I try and make him go for it and I get a double one. And he makes things hard for himself. Well, the good thing is that he scored quickly, which gives me an opportunity to score. So that could have gone worse. It could have gone worse. But yeah, no, back to what, yeah,
Gotta keep possession of the ball, not lose it.
Maybe nosedive, you are correct. Maybe it was self-preservation. He's like, I don't want this goddamn assassin to stab me. I mean, this is the third game and the assassin hasn't actually succeeded in a stab yet, so we'll get there eventually. Eventually he's going to stab someone and it's going to work. Does anyone know that does anyone know how jump up and stab work together? Yeah, I honestly, Bean, I think that would be a great idea. Like, I think having like a big tournament, like, that just goes off once, you know, once every so often. It works the same as blocking. Okay, cool. So you can jump up stab like without having to use your blitz. That's good. But yeah, no, I think having a league thing like that would be great. Like if they ran the tournament, I think that what they should have done is ran a tournament to say, look, we want to find, say, the best 16 coaches we can find who are willing to commit to playing one game a week. In a proper official league. And then they could have had them all play one game a week, and they could have collected all the replays and casted them once a week for any, you know, over the course of the weekend. They could have done a stream and been like, okay, we've got, you know, 8 games a week every week from the top 16 coaches in Blood Bowl. And at the end, after, you know, we're going to play a round robin 2 times. After everyone's played each other twice, the guy at the top gets some money. And that's the way we're going to do it. Like, they really could have gone to town with it if they did it that way. It would have been great. There's lots that they could do with the presentation aspect of it, but again, I think it just comes down to, like you say, it just comes down to the amount of people playing, and therefore the amount of people watching. You can also multi-block with stab. Oh yeah, we are. We're probably gonna go. We are probably gonna go multi-block on the assassin if he ever gets that far without dying.
Is how it brings everyone together in a common joy of death. You have orcs, Dwarfs, men, and even beastmen sharing the delightful violence.
Yeah, it may be that Cyanide is not the one who stumped up the money. It may be that it was Games Workshop related. I don't know. But yeah, it's just that there's lots that they could do if they really were inclined to do it. Stab failure. What a surprise.
Come on, guys. Together. They push them back. Personally, I'd eject them.
Yes!
Good old block to start the match. I love it.
That's what we like to see.
Yes, they've picked up the ball. Whoopie-dee-doo.
Yeah, honestly, the one thing that the Blood Bowl 2 have got going for them is that at some point, if they decide that they're not supporting Blood Bowl 1 anymore and they actually switched off the Blood Bowl 1 servers, then people would hate it, but they would actually get a chunk of players from Blood Bowl 1 who came over to Blood Bowl 2 to keep playing Blood Bowl. It wouldn't necessarily be the ideal way for them to go about getting more players, but I don't know. I feel like they have a built-in player base that they will get if they can just get the game to the stage where people want to come from Blood Bowl 1 to Blood Bowl 2. I just feel like the problem that they're gonna have is that the longer the game goes on with DLC, people are not gonna want to buy the game and then buy 10 DLC teams at once. Like, people are, if the teams are going to be like, say, £5, like, I'm not sure if that's even the right price, but say on best case scenario the teams were £2.50. People are not going to want to come and buy Blood Bowl 2 and then pay £25 for another 10 teams. They're not going to do it. So
I'm just trying to introduce a catchphrase.
They're probably not going to get a significant chunk of people from the official leagues until
I hate bad puns.
Until there's some kind of like Game of the Year edition or something along those lines. What do I do in this situation unless I injure him? I've never quite understood.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good. The attacker has an assist. One more step and...
You're playing in 9 separate Blood Bowl 1 leagues. Damn. You thought Blood Bowl Chaos Edition was almost dead after Blood Bowl 2 came out? Yeah, I mean, I kind of assume it's the other way because, I mean, most of the people that run... I mean, honestly, I would say a large percentage of the Blood Bowl player base play in official leagues. And I would hazard a guess that most of the official leagues will not be transferring their league wholesale to Blood Bowl 2 because there's no way they're going to convince all the people in their league to suddenly spend like no way everyone's going to buy it. Like they're just not going to get everyone in their league to do it. So I'm assuming that a lot of the leagues are still playing Blood Bowl Chaos Edition for their main league. I know mine was, which is why I stopped playing in the main league and now I'm just playing in the World Cup. So yeah, I know that a lot of the leagues are not. I know a lot of the leagues are not gonna switch until the game is at a stage where until either all the teams are in the game or you know all the game's cheap enough that they can convince like at least 3/4 of their league to purchase it, or at least they over time most of the people have it. That would be my best guess at the way it works, or the way it would work.
This
so he's already blitzed.
Likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. That's not to say that the Blood Bowl 2 is not doing well in the leagues. Like I know for a fact that our league, when they put up sign-ups for the Blood Bowl 2 league, the sign-ups, like the spots that they had open in the league, got filled up really, really quickly. Yeah, no, Blood Bowl 2 is done well. It's just that what I'm saying is the people who have been playing Championship Edition for like 8, 9, 10, like as long as it's been out. Like the league as what they consider their main league, that is the main league that is where everyone plays, that will not be switching over to Blood Bowl 2 anytime soon. That's not to say that they are not going to have a healthy Blood Bowl 2 community, but yeah, they're not just going to be. Everyone's not just going to be switching over wholesale. We definitely need some 1-dice blocks to work out here.
You got anything cool recorded on your WizWo box other than old Blood Bowl matches, Jim?
Yes. You know, I'm addicted to that HBO series, Game of Gnu. You never know which little bearded grunt is going to die.
Hold it! Fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more step.
You know, the fence may solve this problem of players being eaten by them. Just a thought.
Okay, right. Right, there we go. When you play with an assassin, you stab blitz every turn. Yeah, we can't afford to do that because the assassin never works.
They're gathering around that lone plate, like
you know
halflings
what?
round a sandwich.
You know what? We better just give it
That's
as a free game.
Pour some
But
back
yeah,
and
I mean,
pow.
you know, that would indeed be great if they gave it away free. But then again, you can say that about every game. I mean, I would love it if Street Fighter was free, but it's not gonna be. But I'm gonna buy it because I like Street Fighter. So, you know, each to their own. Oh, he makes the 2 dice blitz. Damn you! Just don't get injured or die or anything, please. No. Okay, just a stun. You get like 1 armor break in a game. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Oh, he's actually... Why would you do that? Why would you go and do such a thing? You played 22 Blood Bowl 2 games, 9 of which have been completed.
Over they go.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I also feel like
Down we go.
I feel like it's a bit harsh. I think it's a bit harsh to make the comparison between Blood Bowl 2 and Blood Bowl 1 as far as the concedes go, because you've got to, like, it is a completely like I don't think you can compare the two, and I'll explain why after I figure out what I'm going to do this turn.
It's like peeling an onion. Remove the layers before you get to the good stuff.
Oh, he's finally KO'd someone with a stab. Finally. But yeah, the reason why the concede thing between Blood Bowl 1 and Blood Bowl 2, I feel like you've got to be a little bit... it's a bit hard to compare the two because I feel like the only people playing Blood Bowl 1 now are the people who are committed to playing Blood Bowl 1 instead of the new version, the new hot game, the shiny one with the shiny graphics, and the game that's obviously designed to try and get newer players into it. So I feel like you can kind of expect less concedes in Blood Bowl 1 purely by the nature of it and the fact that oh, right, I see what you mean. Yeah. I see what you mean. The amount of games played. Oh yeah, you're just saying that you yeah. Is that in relation to what we was talking about the leagues playing like mainly Blood Bowl 1 still? That you yourself, because you're in a lot of leagues, you end up playing way more Blood Bowl 1 than Blood Bowl 2. Is that what you were getting at? Oh yeah, and like Ice and Mike says, you know, Blood Bowl doesn't have the. Well, I could probably. Okay, you go in there. Have I blitzed yet? No. Yeah, I can't really afford to reroll that.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
Okay. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot there now. Let's see what we... I kind of lost track of that. Can we just agree that the cheerleaders in Blood Bowl 1 are better? I don't know. They do have a... Don't they have a halfling cheerleaders? So yes. In a pro league, you don't think any one team or strategy would dominate. If the league was ongoing, the Elves would be good at first, but then Orcs and Chaos leaving. I don't know. I think a lot of that... Sorry, let me finish that, just so that if anyone... what you said was, in a pro league, you don't think any team or strat would any one team or strat would dominate. If the league was ongoing, the Elves would be good at first, but then as Orcs and Chaos and even Humans leveled up, they would get better, and it would be more dependent on the coach. I definitely agree with that to some extent, but I think in any ongoing league that goes on for a while, you will definitely find that certain teams are better than others. Certain teams are more represented at the higher tiers than others. I think there is a reason that teams like Chaos and Nurgle are good at high T values. So I definitely agree that a lot of it depends on the coach, and there are certain coaches that can do very well with certain teams and in any league and just win a lot of games. I do not disagree with you at all. But I do think there will definitely be like an amount of representation that... Have I got a bribe? I do. You will definitely find an amount of representation for certain teams because certain teams are better at higher team value. But it does depend on the league format and whether the league format employs any kind of rotation of players or if it's just if the teams and players are the same. Because there are some leagues where the teams that have been there forever and are well established, you know, have a bunch of level 7 players and millions of gold. So it just depends on the league format a little bit, at least.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close.
Never mind.
You can smell your breath.
We went for the glorious.
Dead insects in your cheek.
We went for the glorious stablets. Alas, it was not to be.
The players arrive to assist their teammate. That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time. This is going to be decisive.
Let's have a look.
Stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots.
That's not looking.
Oh well,
So,
never
yeah.
mind. Right, it also doesn't help that the open leaderboard ranking is the algorithm is so obtuse and punishes losses and draws so harshly. Once your team has a handful of losses or draws, even if they have several times more wins, you can basically kiss all hope of making the top of the leaderboard goodbye. So you might as well concede a game that's going to be less fun or overly dangerous to your team. That I do agree with. I think the way they do the leaderboard rankings, it could be better and could definitely be more fun if it was better. I always felt like, and this is just me personally, I'm not saying this is the best way or the only way, but I always felt like if you're going to have an open league, the leaderboard should be kind of, it should be a bit more fluid and not so static. So I always assumed, not assumed, but I always hoped that the league would be some kind of, it would be nice if the league was dynamic in that teams that were actively playing in the league had a chance to then rise up and go like to the top of the league at any given time. So if you play a team and you like say you earn a bunch of points for your wins, like you get X amount of wins, that if say every time you won a game you got 3 points, and every time you drew a game you got a point, and every time you lost a game you lost a point. And you could keep playing games, and you could win points and lose points, and you could keep racking up more points. But also, if you weren't active in the if whatever team had a bunch of points wasn't active in the league, over time their points start to decay. So if you don't play any games, or if you don't play X amount of games in a month or in a week, then you lose 10 points because you didn't play enough games. You know what I mean? So that people couldn't just have a team, get a load of points, and then retire the team. They would actually have to keep playing the team to keep their spot at the top of the league. I always felt like that would have been an interesting way to go about it. Maybe not perfect, but at least it would have added some kind of like incentive to keep playing. And teams, like you say, teams that just go 25-0 and then never play again, over time they eventually disappear from the top of the leaderboard, and the new leaderboard is now the active teams that are like doing really well. So, you know, something along those lines I felt would have been fun.
The attacker has an assist.
Time for the good old foul. We do have a bribe, which is why I'm happy to foul. Can you actually make it? I don't think you can make it 100%, can you? I think 92 is the best one. Or 97, I mean, sorry.
They look to be rolling around in agony, Jim. And here comes the other
Ah,
team.
just a stun, never mind. Okay. So we go in 1.5 time. You can make it 100. How do you make it 100? Did I have a guy on the floor there that I wasn't? Oh yeah, no. I know like every private league, like you say, near enough every private league uses the 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, no points for a loss. But that's because like that makes sense for a league that has a definitive start and end. Like you're going to start the league, you're going to play 10 games, and then you're going to end the league, and then whoever's got the most points is going to win, and then you're going to start it all over again. Like it made sense for that kind of league. But in an open league, you need some kind of method or something in there to encourage a bit of dynamic, you know, a bit of a change at the top of the league. Like rather than, like people have said, rather than people just going 25-0 at the very beginning of the game and then never playing that team again, and that team permanently being at the top of the leaderboard forever. Like you need some kind of method for, you know, rotating teams, like getting those teams away from the top of the leaderboard and letting new teams come up. Like, which is where I feel like some kind of points decay or penalty for not being active would be good for an open league. Like it would help, but like people to feel like they at least had a chance to work their way up in any given month or any given week, you know. But yeah, no, the win-loss draw thing is definitely standard fare for most every league. I kind of need my blitzers to. Just hide inactive teams from the leaderboard. But yeah, but then, you know, hiding inactive teams from the leaderboard instead of point decay. Point decay is exactly the same thing as hiding inactive teams from the leaderboard, except it happens over time instead of instantly. You know what I mean? Like hiding inactive teams from the leaderboard is literally serves the same purpose as points decay, except point decay would happen slower than hiding them.
Oh, really? Really?
No need to be like that. My life coach says I have.
Because if you just hide inactive teams, if you set like a hard and fast, like, okay, if you don't play a team for 2 weeks, then they disappear from the leaderboard, can you then put them back on the leaderboard by playing one game with them? Because then you'd have teams like. Then you'd have a team that disappeared from the leaderboard completely, played one game and won, and then immediately went straight back to the top of the leaderboard. Which is why I feel like just hiding them straight away might be a little bit. But yeah, again, yeah, like a ladder reset, seasons, anything like that, all good. I feel like they would all work. But they need to do something. It's like the general consensus. Like, that's all it is. I feel like they need to do something. Come on, Goblin.
That ball's starting to look a little tatty. When are they gonna replace it?
I don't know.
No, Bob, and
I don't know why there is no
you just
Goblin
want me
dance. He
to
did this
set
to me
you up
earlier
so you
and I
can
fixed
shout,
it, and now he's doing it again.
balls, please.
It's twice today.
I'm not
Sometimes the
happy.
Goblin just goes
Buzzkill.
weird for no apparent reason, and I do not know why. Oh, why are you doing this to me, game? Let me just... No, I don't know why. I will fix it. I will fix it. I do apologise. I'm going to... Right, let me sort this out. Well, now it's back again. I have no idea why it stopped working. Maybe it was because when OBS went down and came back up. I'm going to take my turn real quick because I'm running out of time, and then I'm going to sort out the guy who just followed. I appreciate you. I'm going to read your name out and do what I normally do. I apologise very much for the Goblin being rubbish. Stab. There we go. Look at that! Stab worked! On a Chaos Warrior.
And one more time. Dark elves really deserve their
Stabbed
naughty
worked on a
reputation.
Chaos Warrior.
Oh, that looks painful.
Assassin is OP. Assassin is OP. Injured Chaos Warrior. Oh, look at this. It's brutal.
Ah, we caught
It's
that.
brutal.
Knuckles hiss. The player's on the ground. Looks like he's about to get cheeky.
5 gold pieces says he gets kicked in the face.
Oh, just a stun. Right, you go stand over here.
Failure that could cost his team dear.
Yeah, do we need to... We kind of need to pick this up. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a guy over there. Okay. Right. Let's get back to this. Right. One bologist MD. I hope I'm saying that right. One bologist. I love that. One bologist MD. One bologist? I'm going to call you Wombo at some point. I know I am. But thank you very much for the follow. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm very sorry the Goblin was being a lazy git and did not dance properly like he's supposed to. So, I hope you will forgive me. But I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. And I hope you enjoyed the belated Goblin dance, even though it didn't have your name on it. I'm very, very sorry about that. Artorigus, I hope that's right. Artorigus, thank you very much for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. And I hope you enjoyed your little Goblin dance. Damn you, Goblin. Next time. Adriel. I hope that's right, Adriel. Adriel, thank you very much for the follow. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm glad you are enjoying the stream. And I hope you enjoyed your little Goblin dance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Squiggy, unreliable Goblin is unreliable. Have I given him a raise? No, he doesn't deserve one.
Time on the bench for that.
He doesn't deserve one. Was that some random 17% foul that gave another lineman with minus movement? Damn it. Oh well, he got sent
Oh
off.
dear, one of the coaches ignored the referee's guild standard bribery rates. I think the ref is actually going to be fair.
Right. Let's see what we can do about this, eh? Give the Goblin shot. We're going to have no movement left on our team. Oh. Alright, let's just take it. It's not good. He could actually He can actually 2-dice this guy. He can actually get a blitz on us here. God, that's good. I just couldn't bring myself to try and re-roll the loner.
Smells weakness. With fists flailing, he's following
So
up,
he can 1-dice
hoping to
blitz
get
here.
them knocked down next time.
Gets a 1-dice blitz, block versus block. Does he get the straight up power? He does. I guess does get a power. Damn.
That's the way. Get him wrong.
Shadowing failure. Well, that's no good, is it? Where's that blitzer? Could we? Yeah, we might try and score on a blitzer. God, he's so close to. If he makes this dodge. Shadowing. No, don't shadow you rubbish assassin. Right, you stand up. No more blocking with loner guys. Oh, stab failure. Never mind. You were so close. Alright.
A loose ball is a dangerous ball. Goody.
And it didn't come off.
God, that's twice we tried to pick it up and rolled once.
Oh, the ball.
Jesus! Whew. Robin, yeah, sorry, yeah. I suppose I should cut him some slack after he injured a Chaos Warrior. I really should. Poor bloke. Go on, assassin, injure him. No! Why'd you get stunned? Right. You, sir.
Back the player to relieve his team.
Whew.
Well done.
Glen Ozzy, thank you very much for the follow. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I forgot. You know what? Every time I forget my spiel, I just have a complete brain fart. I'm going to do it again in a minute because I've ruined it. Right, that's right, Glenozzi, thank you very much for the follow. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. And I hope you enjoyed your little Goblin dance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much obliged. There we go. Got it right. But thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And hello, Barabu. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Yeah, I do not know the exact ins and outs of when they are being released. I'm almost definitely going to score on a lineman here, on a blitzer, I feel like.
Apparently, wizards call that kinetic energy.
Stab failure. Who would have thought?
Unity is strength.
The double skulls. The only reason I made this block is because I want this guy to be free so I can hand it off to him and score with the blitzer. Right. No, this is not high TV. This is low TV.
It's just crazy. Let's see what happens. Hang on.
Oh, the assassin! The assassin!
It isn't always that.
The assassin! The assassin's had a blinder. The assassin has had an absolute blinder. Right, now where's the other... Where's my other blitzer? See, it's probably this guy. No, I don't want to score on that guy because that guy can get MVP. This guy will work because this guy doesn't matter actually. Right. So you go over there. I will try and get you one more SPP though.
Oh, last minute pass. Will it go anywhere?
So many ones! So many ones! I suppose I've got a blitz stab every turn now. Oh, never mind.
The domino effect in action. That's much nicer. Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
Gotta go for the pitch clear, don't you? You kind of have to go for the pitch clear at this point. Can you multi-block on a blitz? No, you cannot.
So yes.
As far as I know. And the assassin does not have multi-stab. He will eventually. Can you multi-block on a blitz? Blitz multi-block without moving him around. I thought you couldn't multi-block on a blitz. But I will check. I will check. We're so close. We are so close.
Pass. Will it start something exciting in the dying moments of the match?
We are so close.
He's not looking. Get in there.
No, just a stun.
Oh no, my mistake.
And we can't risk it on the last turn. We cannot risk it. Oh well, never mind then. We know pitch clear. I'm not going to risk it on the last turn because it would be criminal to not win a game when this has happened. It would be criminal. Like I can't risk getting sent off. Just can't do it. Cannot do it. To be fair, the assassin, I will say, the assassin kind of was the MVP. He really was. Oh, it's a shame. If we would have got that last KO, we would have had a pitch clear.
I can't see the receiving team squeezing in another touchdown.
They all woke up. All of them.
A fresh start. You can return to the slaughter.
Right, let's
With
just
one
in
team
case
having
something
a
crazy
clear
happens.
advantage, I can't see how the smaller squad will win.
Important thing, gotta keep possession of the ball and not lose it. Strike back would be terrible.
Multi block only works on a block action and a big statue moves up. Yeah, I was always reasonably sure that multi block and blitz did not go together. But I have been known to be wrong in the past. How would I have gotten sent off with a 100% foul? Because even though you've got a 100% foul, the way the fouling works is you get sent off if you roll a double. So even though the foul is 100%, you still have to make an armor roll, and then you still have to make an injury roll. Like you still roll the armor roll, but the armor rolls are 2+, so you always make it. But you still actually make the roll. And then you make the injury roll on top of that. So there was 2 rolls, and if I rolled a double on either one, I would have got sent off and not scored. That is how you can still get sent off on a 100% foul. And our bribe was gone, so we could not risk it, unfortunately. Well, we could have risked it, like we could have done. But oh, and now we get the ref as if to add insult to injury. How you doing, Ninja Jai? Good to see you, my man. I have indeed been very lucky with getting injuries this game. Extremely so.
Hey, Jim.
I mean, honestly,
How many
any game
halflings does it
where
take to
the
shake
assassin
a candle
injures
in
someone,
lantern?
you know
Well,
things are
they're
going
very
well.
short, so
Like
maybe quite a few.
any game where the assassin injures someone, you know you've had a good. The assassin killed someone with a kick. Like you know you've had a good game. You know you've had a good game when that happens.
Desperate to get a touchdown.
We did
We used to call
indeed.
it the
Let's
full-time
re-roll that.
runs,
Oh, never mind.
and not just because the players were running around on the field.
Oh yes, Blitzer got a level up. Nice. Yeah, we did get exceptionally lucky with the old injuries. Got another busted movement though. So much busted movement. Well, there's our 3 line guys at least. Right. Ooh. Ooh. Mighty blow. Oh. Mighty blow or guard? Mighty blow. How can we turn down mighty blow? We've got to really. We're not going to get involved in a bashing game, so we got to go mighty blow. Anyone that gets strength is getting killer skills. No guard on this team. For a minute, I wanted to get guard because I just love guard, but yeah, it makes way more sense to get a mighty blow.